Hi everyone, this is Ellie Mae with Silhouette Secrets Plus, and today I have a neat tool that I just downloaded and started using, and within seconds I was so impressed, so I thought I would share with you. So if you are familiar with the Dreaming Tree website, they make fantastic 3D paper projects. And not all just 3D. They have just fantastic paper projects, but they have a lot of 3D designs. And they are very well constructed. They have assembly videos that go step by step. They are amazing files to work with. And paper crafting is something that is near and dear to my heart because that's how I really started with the Silhouette machines. And I was a paper scrapbooker. And it just snowballed and evolved from there. But I have this new tool. Now, there is a cost for this tool, but I think it's very worth it if you are constantly working with Dreaming Tree files. So let me explain about Dreaming Tree files first. So if I open up this file, I have a folder for my Dreaming Tree, and I'm just going to use this Santa sleigh as a demonstration. There are links in the description below for both the Dreaming Tree website as well as this new tool that I'm going to share that I just got. But I'm going to click on this Santa sleigh, and here are the files within the Santa sleigh. There's a folder for SVG, so if I click on that, you're going to see that every single piece of the design is saved as an individual file. There are always a lot of questions about this, but what it comes down to is that Dreaming Tree creates their files now after years of learning and experience with each element saved as a separate SVG file. This is so that it can be compatible with all cutting machines no matter what changes happen. For instance, in the past, there have been changes to how Cricut Design Space opens up SVG files, and they ran into issues where there was large files. With these 3D files, you have a lot of pieces sometimes to it, especially when you get into things like creating their mansion or some of the larger houses and different things like that. So there can be a lot of pieces to some of these files. When they had those changes happen to how SVG files were opened, it caused problems with users, and they had to recreate all of their files to be compatible. So to solve that, they now save their files with individual SVGs. Now, in Silhouette Studio, we have the ability to work with this kind of easily. So I'm going to share that first. So there are two ways that you can work with these files in Silhouette Studio. So you do have options without purchasing any additional software, but stay tuned because I really want to share this with you because I was so impressed. So in my Silhouette Studio software, I'm going to come up to File, I'm going to come to Open, and then I'm going to find that file in my Dreaming Tree folder. So I have it saved under, it was an SVG bundle, and I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to come to Santa Sleigh, and then SVG. So you can see I have all of these pieces here. So if I click on one and hold my shift key down and go to the bottom of the list and click on the others, it's going to select all of those. And if I choose OK, it's going to open all of those files on each individual tab because they are individual files. Now, this can affect a user's computer because it's a lot of data. It's a lot of tabs open. Some computers cannot handle having a whole lot of tabs open. Kind of like my brain sometimes, but I have a lot of tabs usually open on any program I use, so it drives my husband nuts. But what you're going to see here is that each of those pieces is now on a separate tab. What happens if you want to resize this file and create it at a different size? You need to copy and paste all of these individual pieces, individual files to one design mat. Or there's another way. So I'm going to close these. I am going to try to just close all. No. And then if you have to close them, you have to choose whether you're going to save all of these. So it takes a little bit of time. And I can hear my computer running a little bit more. The other way you can open those is if I go to File and I choose Merge, then I can merge it all onto one design mat. You can only select one file at a time if you do File Merge. So if I chose the box, then so I'll move that off my mat, File Merge, choose the elements, move it off my mat, File Merge, and you get the idea. So then I would just continue until I have all the pieces on my design mat. So either way, you have a little bit of work. Now, here is the cool thing. So I'm going to go out to my desktop, and I have this little program. It's called SVG Merge. And I was hesitant to buy it because it is an extra charge, and it's usually $19.99. I had found it on sale. There's a link in the description below. I do not know how long the sale is going to last, but I think this is worth $20. Totally worth it once you see this in action. So I'm going to double click on that to open it. And I'm going to link the video that Leo did in the description below on exactly how you use this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my folder, which I must have closed, so I have to find it again. So I'm going to open my folder, my computer folder, where my file is saved. So I have my folder on one side of my screen and this SVG Merge on the other side of my screen. I'm going to select the first design, hold my Shift key down, and select the other designs and all of them that are in the file. And then I'm going to drag and drop these over into the input under File. And then I am going to choose Auto Arrange, and I chose horizontal, but you also have the options of standard, vertical, or fit into area. I don't want it to fit into the area because I think it'll do it on my 12 by 12 mat. I'm going to choose horizontal. So I'm going to choose horizontal, I'm going to choose Export All, and it asks me where I want to save this. So I'm going to come back out, I'm going to save it, and I'm going to save it as Santa Sleigh All in One. And it saves it as an SVG file, and it has now given me the export has completed. Come back over here to my Silhouette software, and I'm going to come to a new design mat. I'm going to choose File Open, and I'm going to select that file that I just saved through SVG Merge. So I'm going to choose Santa Sleigh All in One. And it's there, just like that. All the pieces right there, took me just a few seconds. So this is a time saver. Rather than have them all open on different mats, rather than having to copy and paste them to the same file or having to merge them onto the same file, for me, this is so worth it. It was so cool to watch it. Just in seconds, it changes that file into combining it all into one, and it's all on your mat, either horizontally, vertically, or however you choose. So check out the description below for links on Dreaming Tree's website, on the SVG Merge program, and the video where Leo shows you exactly step by step how to open and do the steps that I showed you in slower motion. But if you have any questions, please drop those in the comments below, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.